What up? Oh, hopefully this iPad will stay on my steering wheel. I don't know if anybody's on or not, but we're going to go ahead and go finish. Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, time to stand. I'm out here in Orange / Anaheim border, right by the transportation center where that mass audit occurred. I don't know if any other auditors in the area knew it or if they checked on it, but literally right across the riverbed where Tent City is a few different interesting spots to audit. One is a local gun range that police all in Orange County come to, well, in this area anyways. And it's right next to a sheriff's department complex. It's like right on Catella. And then if you go down, not Catella, but it's like right next to the riverbed. Catella and whatever the other street is right here. And then if you go down Catella towards the ocean, southbound, and make a right on Collins to where it dead ends, there's 3 different spots over here to audit. One is Orange County Social Services Building, which is in the same parking lot area as Orange County Sheriff's and Orange County Communications Center. And then if you go down the road just a tiny bit on the street that's on, you have a county yard. So there's 3 spots right here. Well, 4 if you actually count the gun range and Orange County Sheriff's. There's 4 public buildings right here to audit. And I wanted to hit them all. And I started at the gun range, and then the rain really started coming down. I stood the rain as long as I could. My camera was getting all wet, and it's not waterproof. So I decided to come in the truck and say hi to everybody and take a break in between my audits here and have a nice little chat with anybody that wanted to chat. Unfortunately, can I see the chat? Yeah, I walked in the gun range. Nothing, just a hi. Yeah, I got, hey, how's it going, San Joaquin? From Virginia. Hello. Let's see if I hit this. Oh, show all chats. Constitutional Corner. What's that? Oh, I guess that shuts everything off. Constitutional Corner is live now? What's she doing that she's live? It's no longer a public range, it's only for tyrants. Wow. Well, hey, Stan, did you notice that to the side of the gun range, there's a building that has a huge star on it. And that looks like an Orange County Sheriff's building. Should be open to the public. So I don't know if it's just administrative or what, but I was actually thinking of going onto the property and asking a few questions going into that building. She's at a PD. Oh. You're welcome. Thanks for the live stream. But, alright. I have a confession to make, alright. For the past 5 years, I blew it. I really did blow it. For the past 5 years, I've been boycotting a certain company, right? But with this rain and being out in it, I had a craving. Alright, don't hate me for it. I had a craving, so I had to patronize an establishment that I've been boycotting for some time now. And that is the Devil. Yeah. I didn't get coffee, I got hot chocolate because I have them make it a special way, and it's just to die for. But this is my only one I've bought in like 5 years, so I think I've been doing pretty good on my personal boycott of Starbucks. But yeah, we're just kicking back in the truck in between locations. Yum Starbucks. Dude, okay. If you like hot chocolate, all right, and if you're a fan of hot chocolate, and you maybe want to catch a little buzz, because you could turn this hot chocolate alcoholic really easy, okay, without adding anything. They add it all. I'll tell you the formula, all right? You go in and you order a venti. Well, you can order any size, but I do venti because it's just right when I have them do this, okay? All right, if you decide you want to try this, if you're a fan of hot chocolate, this is to die for, okay? You have them grab a venti cup, and you tell them that you want a venti hot chocolate with whole milk. Also, you want 7 pumps of mocha or chocolate, and you want an extra shot. You could even go 2. I usually just go an extra shot, but tell them you want an extra shot of vanilla. You know, remember, vanilla is alcoholic if you have a decent amount of it. And you tell them you want it stirred well. Tell them stirred well, because they'll just give it to you and all the chocolate will be sitting at the bottom. But you say, stirred well with whipped cream and chocolate on top. And, oh my gosh, it's so good. I feel like I'm sinning here. I imagine if you got more than 1 extra shot of vanilla, and they don't charge you extra for it for hot chocolate like they do other drinks. It's a regular price. You could tell them you want 20 pumps of mocha, and they won't charge you extra for it. So, anyways, that's my secret recipe. Yeah, this is live now. This is live now. Now we're just talking the weather. It started pouring. It seems like it might have passed, so I may have to get out there and take some more video and some more pictures. But I'm planning on doing social services right here, Orange County of Orange Social Services. The next building over is Orange County Communications Center, and then a hop, skip, and a jump down the same road is the county yard. So I figured I'd hit all 3 and take photographs and video of all 3 and see what happens. He brings the bags of coffee home. Where I work, I work retail, and we sell those little bags of Starbucks, but no. Ever since in Texas, with Open Carry Texas, and the statement made, I don't know, he probably, don't think he's the CEO anymore or whatever, but ever since they came out and they demonized, well, they didn't say you couldn't open carry in their establishments, but they did say that they prefer you didn't. I mean, it's their right as a private business to do that. I understand that, but it was never an issue before. People did it all the time. You know, they exercised their Second Amendment right, and they were armed for their self-defense. And because of groups like Moms Demand Action and people that lean that way, that side, they bowed to pressure. And asked people not to open carry, but again, it wasn't a prohibition. So, but ever since that, I said, you know what, fuck, oh, shouldn't I shoot that, beep, too bad I can't beep that out. I said, forget you, Starbucks, and it's like first one in like 5 years. So, and it's not even coffee, it's hot chocolate, so, but it's so good. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. So, how's everybody been doing? Alright, what you guys doing on a rainy day? Just kicking back, watching videos, or at work? Oh, I'm all wet. Yeah, it started pouring out there. Meet me on Magnolia and Catella. I can do that. How long? When do you want to meet up? Since I'm in the area. Chuck, next time tell them to add tube cream? Ew! What the hell is tube cream? That sounds perverted. That sounds gross. Now you're gonna make me get my phone over here and Google tube cream. 10 minutes? Alright. I'll be live streaming and then I'll pull out. See, Magnolia. I gotta get my bearings. Damn, that's actually... I'd have to leave like this minute to get there within 10 minutes. Right? Where am I at here? Catella and Magnolia. I'm gonna have to Google that. I'm a little turned around right now, the way this Catella weaved around. So that do those streets even cross? Okay, that was stupid. I know. You guys can start getting your story out. I'll be there in like 15 minutes. Traffic. Yeah, dude, drive careful, man. The weather and everything's all messed up. Man, it's getting foggy in here. My windows are getting all fogged up. Watch. PD rolls by and thinks I'm smoking in here or something because the windows are all cloudy. Alright. So, okay. I'm going to ask you, for you guys that are watching, alright, I don't know how many there are. Hey, oh, that's the thing about Auditor. You never have to remember a bogus story. I can't forget. Exactly. Exactly. Alright, question. Alright. And I don't want an answer or I'm going to have you guys request something. I'm going to give you an option. Try to think of something comical, but not something that's going to make the guy like pull out his nightstick and start beating the shit out of me or something, you know. Don't be too rude. A little rude's fine, you know. I may start. You know what I want to do? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to give you a secret, okay? I got to work the next few days, right? But if this weather clears out, I'm planning on going to Palm Springs on my next day off. I didn't want to go out there with this weather right now. But I'm sure you guys probably saw my response to Palm Springs Police Department's their actions and the message that the PIO or whoever that guy was said and shared on their Facebook page. But I'm sure you guys saw my response to it. But I'm gonna take a step further. I'm gonna do a First Amendment audit of that police department. I'm gonna try to get out there early in the morning when the sun's coming up. I don't know when shift change is, but I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to set up my camera, and I'm going to stand in front of it, and I'll have my GoPro on, and I'm going to flip off every officer leaving or entering that facility. I'm going to exercise my First Amendment right. And I'm going to show them how much I dislike the actions of that department. And that one officer in particular. And then the PIO or whoever the guy was that was doing the information bulletin on Facebook saying that they were concerned about some of the comments and they're going to look into them and possibly charge somebody with terroristic threats or something. He didn't say that. He just said investigate them. But he's sending a message to people, you know. Watch what you say or else we might come after you. Such bullshit. But anyways, that's what I'm planning on doing on my next day off. Not today, of course, with the weather, but my next available opportunity, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to exercise my First Amendment right to flip off every cop I see coming and going from that police department. It'll be my own personal protest to the actions of the officer and the video that they put out. But, okay, back to what I was originally saying. I want somebody to come up with a question or a statement or comment that you want to hear me tell the next officer I come in contact with on video. Think of something good. Say, Junk, ask him this or tell him this. I want you to think about it right now. Whether it's, do you beat your wife every night when you go home? Or do you kick your dog when you get home? Or slap your kids around? You know, something like that. But try to keep it, you know, mediocre. Message, just in case I miss it on here, you guys feel free to message me. Go to my About page, and you can email me or send me a private message through YouTube with a question that you want to hear me ask an officer on video. And I'll do my best to get some little flashcards if I have to, and I'll pull them out and I'll ask those questions to the officers. You like that one? Yeah. Ask them if they had a psychological evaluation lately. I actually like that. I'll try to remember that. Why do you assume I'm guilty before proving? I like that one. That's a great one too. See, sometimes even the best auditors, and I'm not saying I'm the best, I mean, there's times I've even seen News Now Houston and Bethesda and Time and High Desert, and sometimes you get so frustrated with the actions of the officers that you're not as quick to spit out these questions or get your point across or stuff like that. So, you know, the spare of the moment. I mean, there's been times I've been watching my own videos and I'll just, darn it, why didn't I remember to ask that? Or why didn't I say that? It just happens, you know. It's in the moment. And sometimes you just don't remember everything at that moment in time that you want to say. So I'll try to remember the question about the psych evaluation lately, and why do you think I'm guilty without proving? Why do I? What was it? Why do I have to prove my innocence? Or why do you already think I'm guilty? I don't know. You're gonna have to retype that. I want to get it word for word. Send it to me in a message. You know these chats. Yeah, since I'm on my iPad, it's when I get home and look at this video on the computer, it's not going to show any of these chats. So if you want me to ask a cop a question for you, send me a personal message. Yeah, that is in the background, isn't it? I just noticed that. And Justice for All. That's funny. Yeah, and I grew up on this music, you know. It's and Justice it's a great song. I mean, and it fits what we do perfectly. And the status of the Blue Line Gang. I mean, I know I'm a little biased because the majority of Orange County sheriffs, particularly in South Orange County, all know me now. I mean, they know me. And for the most part, they leave me alone. And I've been told by higher-ups that some of my videos they use as training to see where they could, you know, do better. I don't even know where I was going with that. So all I was going to say is for the most part, but I know it's biased because they know who I am now and they know why I'm filming or videoing. Sorry. That the majority of them have pretty much been pretty cool with me, you know, and there's a couple out there that I actually do respect, particularly not Strobocop for one. Strobocop, man, you got on my nerves. But if you search my videos, some of you may have seen it. It's kind of old and buried, so some of you may not have seen it. But it's titled something along the line of "Pedestrian Check Becomes Nice Talk with Sheriff's Deputy," something along that line. And I asked him some questions, and I talked to him about photography and stuff, and I could tell. I'm a pretty good judge of people. I can tell the guy was sincere. He wasn't bullshitting me. I was out getting photos of a bicycle stop like a week ago, and that individual officer, or deputy, sorry, that individual deputy was actually secondary. He was like a training officer, and they pulled over a woman. They pulled over numerous times for just zigzagging in traffic with her bicycle. There are bicycle laws, you know, and I guess the cruiser almost hit her, and she doesn't care. I mean, she's got numerous tickets for the same thing, and she gets very boisterous with the cops, with the deputies and stuff, and they write her a ticket and they send her on her way. But She was giving him an earful. I could hear it from my residence, and my residence was like a half block away. She was screaming at them, "Just give me my effing ticket, yada yada yada." You know, and that's why I grabbed my camera and I went running out there. And they had already put her in the squad car to let her chill out while they wrote the ticket. But no, I respect him. That's like one of the very few cops that I actually respect and like, that I've had interactions with. Though too sexy for UPS, that guy's okay. You know, he comes across as kind of like a little dipweed, but if you saw the follow-up video to him, which was the dash cam video, it was nice to hear him. It was a double-edged sword. He said a couple things like I'm looking for a lawsuit. I didn't like that he said that because that's not true. But he did tell him, you know, the guy's on a public sidewalk. He's allowed to be there, and anytime somebody tries to force him off that sidewalk, his rights have now been violated. I love that. He told them the right thing. I loved it. So, I mean, he's okay in my book, but I'm kind of ranting and raving and jumping from topic to topic. Why there are no respect for cops in my book. Yeah. This guy was a Marine. And I've had a lot of... Oh, that's where I was going with this. He was a training officer on that stop, okay? And I didn't know he was in the car while his training officer was writing the ticket and stuff outside. And I'm standing there getting some photos, and he gets on his bullhorn, and he says, "You, sir, stop acting suspicious." And he starts laughing on his squad car PA. It made me laugh. I knew exactly who it was right away. I mean, he's a good guy. Believe me. If you go watch that video and you listen to him talk and answer some of my questions, and we just shoot the shit back and forth about certain things, you can get a sense that, you know, he's a good guy, and I think he's like the diamond in the rough. Is he putting on a front? I don't know. I mean, but I'm a pretty good judge of people and character. And I can tell when they're bullshitting me. And I've never got that from him. Ever got that from him. There were times in the beginning when I was going around filming these traffic stops and DUI stops in South Orange County. He was searching me out because he wanted to be in one of my videos. That's my opinion. I mean, every once in a while they'll go by my residence because I have my security cameras up, and I'll see him going down the road, and all of a sudden I'll hear a whoop whoop, and they're not even pulling anybody over. It's almost like they're saying hi. So I don't know if it's him or somebody else, or trying to get me to come out with my camera. Who knows? But I'm going to go to my city council to go for it. It's one thing I need to go. I need to go to San Clemente City Council meeting when they have an open forum. I'm going to try to get sidewalk lights, the blinking lights, put by a crosswalk in one specific crosswalk of El Camino Real. They got them down for the people that are drunk at the bars, but everybody else in the city is they don't care about. They don't have the same thing. They only put them across from bar to bar, and it's just ridiculous. The same crosswalk I was hit at, I got hit by a car. But it seems like every time I decide I want to go to one of those meetings, I have to work. So it's been really, really sucky. The game tonight, Georgia all the way. Refresh my memory. It's Georgia and is it Alabama? You're talking football? It's the national championship game tonight already? When is the national championship game? All right, I gotta get home and watch it. What time does it start? Hi, Indiana. I see you. I'm a troll. No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a legitimate protest. It's gonna be an audit and a protest all in one. And I'm gonna flip every cop I see. I'm gonna flip them the bird. In the background, I'll be playing that bird is the word. You know, they demonetized, well, they didn't really demonetize that, my response video. It's because I didn't tweak the song, the sound of the song, good enough. It got flagged as copyright, and so the producers of the producing company of that song is getting all the revenue for it, which really doesn't bother me. They can have it. I was just pissed. But I gotta tweak it a little bit more just so it doesn't get flagged. What's this? Cheers. Cheers. Alright. Give it a couple more minutes and then I gotta go figure out where the hell I gotta go. Catella and Magnolia to meet Time to Stand. You know, I it's been like a year or so ago he wanted to meet up, and I'm like a hermit. It's hard to get me out of my county, and it's hard to get me out of my area. You know, I was a little butthurt that nobody reached out to me, that I could tell. Nobody reached out to me when News Now was in town and they were doing audits in Orange County, and especially when they went down to the nuclear power plant, because I think it was Time and I had talked about doing it, and then I got called into work and stuff. But I got a little butthurt. I did. Wah. I got a little butthurt that nobody informed me what was going on, to where I could. I would have went down to the state beach, down to the power plant with them. I would have been more than happy. I could almost. I got a Nerf gun, and I could have probably shot a Nerf gun dart and hit the power plant from San Clemente. That's how close I am. But no, nobody told me what was going on. I think it was like can't remember who else. Hey everybody, Pissed Off Taxpayer, welcome. Anyways, so I've been babbling now for about 27 minutes and 11 seconds. Heckam Dart. They kept you out on purpose. Yeah, no, I doubt it. Maybe they did. Who cares? Hello, right back. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know. I like to go solo most of the time myself anyways, you know. It's I feel that I may get a more true reaction on a test or an audit if I'm by myself. If there's multiple people, all with cameras, they may, it may change the narrative for the officers or civil servants. They may think something's, they may not be as suspicious. I hate that word. Seeing one person out videoing with a camera is probably going to have a different reaction possibly than multiple people out in the same area. Not always. Sometimes it may have the opposite effect. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Oh, I missed that chat. Less intimidating. Yeah. Is it? I don't know. I don't answer questions. Yeah, the act of observing does change. You guys remember Ron, the security guard down there at the FBI building down in San Diego County? It's like the only time I ever gave an example of why I don't give explanations. And, even though I was there for a First Amendment audit and in protest to how News Now Houston was treated at an FBI location out there, I think it was Texas, but I told him it was the first time I'd ever given even though I didn't have to, I wanted to see what his reaction would be, so I told him, I said, I didn't tell him I was there for a First Amendment test or anything like that, but I was telling him, well, that it would compromise my investigation to tell him, but I would give him an example. And then I went into that stop sign. If I told you or told another employee that I'm here to see if people stop at the stop sign Do you think that would change their normal behavior? And they would start, why I'm here with the camera, they would stop when normally they wouldn't. And he understood that, you know. So, Junkyard, I'm here. Get over here. Hey, everybody that's just joining in. Yes, of course. It does. It does change. When you tell people what you're investigating or what you're trying to catch on camera, it's going to change what they do. It's going to screw up the investigation. Why people don't understand that, why the subjects don't understand that, even police sometimes. I've heard people tell police, it would compromise my investigation. They're cops. They're used to investigating things, and even they should understand that if you divulge too much information on an investigation, it's going to compromise it. But it's not good enough for them. All right, well, it looks like the rain stopped. I guess I'm going to go meet up with Time to Stand and finally have a face-to-face with him and shake his hand. I guess he's over there at Magnolia and Catella. So, hey, Time to Stand. I know you're still on here. I'm about to take off. So don't forget, to anybody that didn't hear it, although I think when you log in, it takes you back to the beginning. I want people to send me messages of questions you want me to ask cops the next time I have one face-to-face. And I'll go through them, and I'll even buy some little flashcards if I have to remind me, and I'll ask them verbatim, word for word. I may even put a name, like whatever, not a personal name, but like San Joaquin Valley Transparency would like to know, officer, this, and this. And I think it's a nice little quirky thing to do. I want to give it a shot. So if anybody has any questions you want to see and hear me ask an officer on camera, don't type it in the chat here, because I won't see it when I get home. Rest me, which would be officer? That's a good one. I like when Dave puts his arms out and says, "Okay, I'm ready. Let's go." I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, send me a personal message through YouTube. You can go to Facebook and send me a message on the Junkyard News on Facebook, or if you go to my About page on YouTube, you could send me an email to thejunkyardnews@gmail.com. Anybody that is so inclined to, don't forget, on couple of my previous videos, I have a PayPal link if you guys want to contribute to gas for when I drive around and stuff. If anybody wants to participate and throw in a little gas money for my Palm Springs trip, my next day off, you can do that too. I don't have the link in front of me, but it's probably on one of my previous videos. I probably have it in the description box. Any little bit, any few bucks, doesn't matter. If you like, it's up to you. But I'll give you a mention. Any donations, I'll give you a mention on the video, the Palm Springs video. So let's get to it. Start thinking of some good questions and send me some messages on YouTube, Facebook, or email, thejunkyardnews@gmail.com. And I'll go buy some flashcards at the 99-cent store, and I'll start writing them down. And we'll do a little interview with a cop. The next officer I see, and I get on film, I'll have these cue cards. So I'll ask him, tell him I have some questions. Usually mind answering a couple questions. And hopefully he doesn't look at me and say I don't answer questions. So that would be pretty funny. Anyways, all right, guys. I appreciate everybody that decided to stick around for the 34 minutes or whatever it's been while I've been waiting for the rain to stop, and it is stopped now. But now I'm going to go drive down and meet Time to Stand. So I'll have to drive back here, park. Hopefully it won't still be raining. And I got some audits to do here off of Catella. So we'll see how that goes. You lost sound. Terrible. Anyways, hopefully I didn't get some... Oh, Joshua. You are the man. There's $10 donation to pay for some of the gas to go to Palm Springs on my next day off. You got it, buddy. Now I'm committed. Now I got to do it. All right. Yeah. Thanks a bunch. We'll make sure that on the video you get credit for that. Definitely appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I had a family member loan me some money to get caught up on some bills that I have had. I'm still waiting for a settlement offer on that accident, that getting hit in that crosswalk. I'm a little behind on some of the bills. Yeah, Joshua, thanks, man. That it just warms my heart when somebody gives some of their hard-earned cash to help contribute to me driving around to do this. So we'll make sure we give you an honorable mention. Everybody thank Joshua for me for donating gas money to the Palm Springs visit that I will be doing my next day off, which should be Thursday, weather permitting. I should be out there Thursday. The worst case Friday, but I'm going to try to get out there Thursday because as long as I'm not called into work, I have both days off, Thursday and Friday. Usually Friday I like to save myself for DUI checkpoints or saturation patrols, but so far I haven't heard anything of any coming up this weekend, so I intend to go out to Palm Springs on Thursday. All right, guys, I got to go. I don't want to leave time to stand out there. Just who knows what he's doing in his vehicle. But anyways, we're going to head out. I guess, nah, I'm not going to sit here and put this on my lap and drive and have you guys, chat while I'm driving and stuff. So, all right, we're going to shut this down. I think taking 37 minutes of your time is enough. I didn't want to say it, but somebody else did. I don't think he's doing that. But that was hilarious. Get out of my head! Get out of my head! All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Listen to me ramble about this and that. One of these days I'll learn how to stay on topic and not bounce from thing to thing here when I'm rambling. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Hey, time to stand. I'm on my way. I got to Google Catella and Magnolia just to make sure I head in the right direction. Because right now with this vanilla, I'm feeling a little dazed and confused. But I'm just kidding. They didn't put enough in there to get me drunk. Oh my God, JYD is driving DUI. No, I'm not. It's still 2/3 full. I haven't even drank enough of it to affect me at all. So. But I don't know if any of you know that, but vanilla extract is alcoholic. So if you run out of money and you want to catch a buzz, make some tea and dump a whole bunch of vanilla extract in it. Make some Irish tea or something. Kidding. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up. Later, everybody. And with that, Junkyard News is gone. Peace out.